What's up, Swifties? It's your favorite twins, and today we are reacting to Taylor Swift's 11th studio album, The Tortured Poets Department. 11 studio albums is absolutely crazy, okay? It comes not relatively short after Midnights, right? I mean, because we had Midnights, we had Speak Now, we had 1989, so... You know, Taylor is constantly making music, and we knew that the album was coming due to it being announced at the Grammys.
Yes.
What we didn't know is that it was going to be a surprise double album. Yeah. But today, we are reacting to the quote-unquote standard, the original version of the album.
Yeah, that was pretty unexpected, but this is a very unique title, The Tortured Poets Department. Poets write, and they write, and they write. So I already kind of love that concept. Taylor describes it as her lifeline album, conceiving it as an imperative songwriting project amidst her heightened fame and media scrutiny. Over the course of all these years, I feel like Taylor is definitely going to have a lot to say. We did react to the first single, Fortnight, with Post Malone, as well as the video, and that kind of gave us a sneak peek into the feel of the album. No idea what topics we're going to dive into. It says that it's introspective on her public and private lives, detailing tumult and sorrow via motives of self-awareness, delusion, anger, mourning, and humor. So just a jam-packed album across 30 songs. I really want to hear how Taylor's maybe evolved, how she's added on. No idea what kind of genres we're getting into, but I'm going into this with an open mind. The album sold 2.6 million copies in the first week. That is unbelievable. Congratulations, Taylor. Yes. That is huge.
Yes.
That just goes to show fan support. But that makes me like, the fact that 1.9 million of them were pure, that just makes me even more curious to like hear like, what are we getting into?
Yeah.
We took a minute to get to this. We wanted to, you know, I guess let the world digest it first. And we just kind of moved at our own pace.
Yeah.
But we are here now. We are excited, okay? We are, you know, we do love Taylor. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the Tortured Poets Department.
But of course, make sure to follow us on all of our social media. We'd love to connect with you guys.
And if you're into full-length reactions and exclusive content, be sure to join our Patreon. There's going to be a whole lot of Taylor content over there soon, so be sure to check that out. We'd love to have you.
I was supposed to be sent away, but they forgot to come and get me. I was a functioning alcoholic till nobody noticed my new aesthetic. And no one here's to blame, but what about your quiet treason?
Love that line.
And for a fortnight there we were, forever running. Good neighbors, your wife waters flowers. I wanna kill her. All my mornings are Mondays stuck in an endless February.
I love
Such a nice blend.
The effects were temporary.
Never fully moving on.
I love you, it's ruining my life. Forever running to you, sometimes ask about whoever. Now you're in my backyard. I wanna kill her.
kind of seeing a life that you could live.
Yeah.
So I look at your wife and I was like, that could be me.
Right. But even the idea of like watering flowers, watching something grow, taking care of something.
Yeah.
Good neighbors, my husband is cheating. I wanna kill him. I love you for only a fortnight. I touched you. I touched you. I love you. I touched you.
I love this part.
I do like that song a lot.
It's very calm. I think it's very soothing.
Yeah.
In a way, it doesn't do too much. You know, it stays in one spot the whole way through. But it makes you appreciate that little bridge and that outro where Taylor and Post come together, and it gets a little more emotional. There's a little bit more of a cry there.
Yes.
Synths come in, which create that atmosphere. So
Yeah.
I do like how the song swells at the end.
Yeah.
And I do like as an opener.
I was gonna say, when we reacted to it originally, I wasn't sure. I was like, okay, I love the video. The visuals were, you know, stunning. But now hearing it, you know, about to dive into the full album, I really do like it. And Taylor and Post do sound really good together.
When reacting to the video, we wanted to kind of wait to dive into the song when we listen to the full album. But I'm noticing some themes of alcoholism, right? So I was a functioning alcoholic till nobody noticed my new aesthetic. So kind of like how things are going on and people aren't noticing until there's a drastic change, right?
Yeah.
And for a Fortnight there, I know we had this revelation that a Fortnight was indeed not just a game.
Not just a game.
But an idea of 2 weeks, right? 14 days?
Yeah, it's like 14 days.
Yeah, and I love this line. I touched you, but I also touched you.
Yeah.
Right? And you touched me. Like, we connected.
Yeah.
I also take it as emphasizing that again to kind of, like, validate your sanity and validate your own recollection.
Yeah.
Like, I know I touched you. Like, I know it was real.
I like what you were saying about, like, the idea of watering and watching something grow from a distance, but knowing that you also had it at one point. And there are hard moments when you're able to just kind of reflect on what was, what could have been.
Yeah. I love you. It's ruining my life because I can't let you go. I can't move on. I'm not living my life because I'm still stuck in those 2 weeks. I'm stuck in that Fortnight. I'm stuck in what we had.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how many of these themes are going to come back up. I instantly think of Nobody, No Crime, Champagne Problems, and songs like that with these ideas of cheating. And again, I think that Post and Taylor sounded great together. They really complemented. I love how Post was more of like an accent. He was more of an echo.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he kind of gets his part. And it was just a really good blend, a very well put together song.
Yeah. Now, we will be touching territory that we do not know. And up next is the title track. So I'm excited to hear that.
I am too.
You left your typewriter at my apartment, straight from the tortured poets department.
Okay, I like that.
I think
Ooh, the video. Fortnight, remember they had the... See, I knew
we
it.
were
That
right.
was the
That
poets
was the-
department.
yeah, that
They
was
had
the
the typewriter. And see, this is where I get excited.
Yeah.
Because when your visuals match up with your lyrics and the music, you're then painting that picture. Now I can picture things.
Yeah.
Hold
Okay,
on.
yeah,
Hold on.
Like who uses typewriters anyway? But you're in self-sabotage mode, throwing spikes down on the road. But I've seen this episode and still love the show. And who's gonna hold you like me?
Okay.
It's
hoping.
not me. I laughed in your face and said, you're not Dylan Thomas, I'm not Patty Smith, no fucking body.
Oh.
You smoked them 8-7 bars of chocolate. We declare Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist. I scratch your head.
Wait, but why should he be a bigger artist? I thought Charlie Puth was big. Okay, I'm gonna assume that this was not regular chocolate. Shout out to Charlie Puth.
Yeah.
But you awaken with dread, pounding nails in your head. But I've read this one. Hold you like me. Who's gonna hold you? Dylan Thomas, I'm not Patty Smith. This ain't the Chelsea Hotel. We're modern idiots.
I like this chorus.
Me too.
And actually, I like this melody a lot. And this is swelling right here.
Sometimes I wonder if you're gonna screw this up with me. But you told Lucy you'd kill yourself if I ever leave. Everyone we know understands why it's meant to be. 'Cause we're crazy.
I like that note.
At dinner you take my ring off my middle finger and put it on the one. People put wedding rings on, and that's the closest I've come. Oh,
Can we go back a little bit? Did you hear that little explosion?
Yeah.
was-
And I like
that
how it
was
kind of
nice.
slowed down.
Yeah.
my heart exploding. Who's gonna hold you? I'm not Patty Smith. This
Ooh, that's nice.
hotel. We're two idiots.
Oh, yes. Yes. You know what?
It's not a title
I'm
track.
putting a like.
You left your typewriter in my apartment, straight from the torture poets department.
Wait.
Interesting.
Hold on.
Because they're saying this could be about Matt Healy and how, like, he uses a typewriter. But then I'm also seeing that, suggests that the typewriter left behind carries more weight than a mere forgotten possession.
Yes.
Interesting. Because, like, again, of what it means to that person. Interesting.
Right. And more importantly, like, what that typewriter holds.
Yeah.
Everything. Think of everything that's been written with that typewriter. How many emotions have flown out onto that typewriter, right?
Yeah.
So leaving that behind is like leaving all of that with you.
Yeah.
Straight from the Tortured Poets department. And I was even reading on that. Who's Dylan, who's Patty, and who's Chelsea?
Right.
I did not understand any of that. The Chelsea Hotel, or the Hotel Chelsea, is a luxury 12-story hotel. Both Dylan Thomas and Patty Smith were frequents of the hotel. And I guess that they were writers. Having those references, when it comes to the Poets department, I think that's just obviously poetic. So that made me understand it a little bit more, because I'm like, who are these people? A lot of times they say artists are tortured because they're full of so many emotions, right? And they're full of so many memories and constantly writing about them.
Yeah.
Which means they're constantly kind of reliving them.
Yes.
And they can't help but take in the world. Creatives can't help but take in the world deeply. You know what I mean? And personally.
Yeah.
So we walk around feeling everything. And sometimes that's torturous, you know?
Yeah. It's like a warfare in the mind,
Exactly, a warfare in the mind. But again, illustrating this relationship, more memories. So I liked that as a title track.
Yeah.
That actually surprised me.
That was a good title track.
I liked it a lot.
Oh, here we go again. The voices in his head call the rain to end our days of wild. The sickest army doll, my plastic smile. Should've seen him when he first got me. My boy only breaks his favorite toys.
Ooh!
I'm queen.
I'm the tour. Oh wait.
Puzzle pieces in the dead of night.
Oh wait, this one is
The meaning, though.
the meaning and the melody is amazing.
No,
my
I'm
boy
feeling
only
it.
breaks his favorite toys. I love that line. You should have seen him when he first got me. So full of life.
Yes.
So ready. It just over time he deteriorated.
Yes.
Which then I lost my value as well.
Yes.
And ultimately, it's like when a kid gets a favorite toy, it ends up breaking them. Like it's just
Because he played and used the toy so much. Played and used her so much.
Yes.
That she broke. It makes me think of Toy Story.
Ooh.
But I'm still his favorite because he used me that much.
Exactly. I'm gonna have to add a line.
There was a litany of reasons why we could have played for keeps this time. I know I'm just repeating myself, but he loves me. Cause I should have seen him when he first saw me. My boy only breaks his favorite toys.
I actually love this.
Cause I knew too much. There was danger in the heat of my touch. It's not forever, so we smashed it up.
Ooh, but see,
I actually really like this.
Once I fix me,
Once I fix me.
he's gonna miss me.
I'm sorry, I have to call this out. It says it right here. The subject of an avoidant attachment style. I saw forever with you. That scared me. So therefore, I had to get rid of this. I had to smash up our future.
Yeah.
Because that was scary to me. So, that the fact that something could be forever.
Yeah.
And it's that idea of playing with a toy until it gets to a point of breaking. If you're playing with it to the point of breaking it, are you really taking care of it?
Yeah.
And that's the other part.
Yeah.
I'm not really
Because you're not.
taking care of the toy. I'm smashing it around and I'm doing things with it. You think of a child, right?
I may have it in my hand, which makes the other person feel validated, but at the end of the day, when that toy finally breaks, that's when it's like,
you're only my
oh
favorite
wait,
for now.
Yeah. Oh wow.
He's gonna miss me. Just say when I play again, he was my best friend. And with all the cans, stole my tortured heart.
Tortured heart.
Yeah.
Told me I'm better off
Yeah, that's my favorite so far.
I think that's my favorite too.
That's my favorite so far. And the next song being called Down Bad.
I was just about to say that.
Could definitely work.
That needs to be a single.
I think that should be a single.
Yeah.
I love the melody. Pause. That's when I was like, okay, hold on.
It was kind of playful too, a little bit.
It was very playful. I love the idea. Again, we were talking about it as the song went on, so I feel like we kind of have the meaning down. Yeah. It's not appreciating what you have when you have it.
Yeah.
And so I love the line, again, once I fix me, he's gonna miss me. Because again, I think it's that saying, you don't know what you have till it's gone.
Yeah.
I just love it because again, when you do have an avoidant attachment, you never get attached.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You can't. You try not to.
You don't. Or when you realize that you are attached, that's when you start to pull back and start to build that wall and that preparation for the fall. Yes. So wow, my boy only breaks his favorite toys. That
was a 10 out of 10 song.
That was a good one.
And reading here, she's saying it's about denial. It's the idea that no, you should have seen them when they played with me the first time. Okay, they're gonna get back to that. I just know they're gonna get back. But like they broke you, and now they no longer have use for you.
Exactly,
and the idea
your use is done.
People are so disposable, or people treat people as though they're so disposable.
Yes,
that was a really good song.
That was a good one.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this beat?
Did you really beat me up? In a cloud of sparkling dust, showed me that this world is bigger than us, then sent me back where I came from. Now I'm down bad, crying at the gym. Everything comes out, teenage petulance. Fuck it if I can't have him. Staring at the sky, come back and pick me up. Fuck it if I can't have us. Down bad. Fuck it if I can't have him. Did you take all my old clothes? Naked and alone in a field in my same old town that somehow seems so hollow now. For a moment I was heaven struck. Now I'm down bad, crying at the gym. Fuck it if I can't have him.
I like the flow of this. It's different.
I was gonna say, the flow of the chorus is nice.
Down bad, waking up in blood. I might just not get up, I might stay down bad. Like I lost my twin. Fuck it if I can't have him.
I lost my twin.
Down bad, waving at the ship. I loved your hostile takeovers, encounters closer and closer. All your indecent exposures. I'll build you a fort on some planet where they can all understand it. How dare you think it's romantic, leaving me safe and stranded.
I love that. Safe and stranded.
So fuck you if I can't have us.
She means these fuck yous.
Oh, she means it. She means it.
Oh, I love that. Damn, she could have gone bigger with that note.
Lost my twin. Fuck it if I can't have him. Fuck it if I can't have him.
Saying fuck it if I can't have him. Been so long, London. Like saying goodbye to someone or something.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. I have a love-hate with this one. Because I think I actually really like the chorus.
Yeah.
But I also like the vocal, like how it sounds sonically with the verses. I think lyrically, it could come off a little corny. The term down bad is so, I don't want to say like Gen Z, like.
It is though.
That it almost doesn't work in a song. Does that make sense? Like it works, but it doesn't.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Like I'm so down bad.
I see what you're saying. I think it's more so the idea that she took a saying that is so unserious and made it serious. So where it's kind of like you hear I'm down bad.
Because we don't take that seriously.
We take it seriously, but we don't say it seriously.
It's like, it's more like,
I was down bad.
It's almost like saying, today trained.
Yeah.
Like,
you're not going to be like, I was down bad.
With this song, I think because the lyrics are so deep and actually feeling hurt, right? It's kind of like, oh, okay, like, she's down bad, I guess. But then again, a part of me did like the song because it became a little catchy after a while. Like the fuck it if I can't have him.
Yeah.
That was to me the catchiest part of the song. So there's a love-hate there with that one.
I can agree with that. I was kind of feeling the same way. It is long, but you know what? I think this actually had potential to be one of the best songs on the album. I think that if she went with a little more trap with the instrumental, Down Bad would have made more sense in conjunction with that.
Yes.
Because it would have felt a little more playful, I think.
Yeah.
And if that last chorus swelled up, if she had made that really big with that bigger note you were talking about, it would have made it more of a piece.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. More of a piece.
Yeah.
This felt like a song that didn't really take off but could have.
Yeah.
Also, the post-chorus, Down Bad, fuck it if I can't have him, like, saying that over and over kind of lost me. But I did love the chorus itself.
Yes.
Because it was very relatable. Now I'm down bad, crying at the gym. Everything comes out, teenage petulance. Like, I loved that aspect of it.
It did hit.
So I agree with you. It's like a 50-50, literally right down the middle. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I think that's how I feel about this one. I agree with you. And at first I was like, oh, Down Bad, like I lost my twin. I'm like,
I said,
but then Twin Flame. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah, it could work. It could work.
It does work. I don't know. I think I'll have to give that one a few more plays.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't hate it.
No. But then she always knows how to come back.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I saw in my mind fairy lights through the mist. I kept calm and carried the weight of the rift. Pulled him in tighter each time he was drifting away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Stop trying to make him laugh. Stop trying to drill the safe.
Okay.
Oh.
Thinking, how much side did you think I had? Did you? So found at the club she's heard great things about. Left me at the house by the
racing kind of like
yes,
kick. It's just amazing. This drum. Wow.
There's an anxiety to it.
Yes.
All it's no use. The spirit was gone. We would never come to.
That is a lie.
That's a lie.
I stopped CPR after all it's no use. The spirit was gone. We would never come to. We were never coming back.
Yeah.
Because what was keeping us alive is gone.
That's
lifeless.
A great line.
That was great.
I'm pissed off you let me give you all that youth for free.
Ooh.
For so long.
For so long.
Yeah.
London. London is that person. 2 grades, 1 gun.
Great.
Wow.
1 gun. I'll
Killed by the same thing.
Yes.
And you say I abandoned the ship, but I was going down with it. My white knuckle dying grip. When you're not sure if he wants to be there. So how much sad did you? How much tragedy? Just how low did you go me free?
Come on, so long, London.
Swore that you loved me, but where were the clues? I died on the altar, waiting for the proof.
Damn.
You sacrificed us to the gods and loved this place for so long.
This place for so long. And London, which doesn't have.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. Yeah. That
Yeah.
and My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the 2 best songs so far.
Yeah.
And So Long London, I love the fact that London is the name for this person and who she is addressing and acknowledging.
Yep.
And I mean, you can only assume it's going to be about Joe Alwyn.
Rumored, yeah.
Right?
From 2016 to 2023.
This one seems to be one of the most serious relationships she's been in. For you to have this amount of time with someone and build something, it's so heartbreaking to watch it all fall apart and watch everything become undone. When did it start? And how did we not catch it? Why did we not catch it? Did we want to fix it? Did you want to fix it? That's why I absolutely loved the line, every breath feels like the rarest air when you're not sure if he wants to be there.
Yeah.
It's because I have to appreciate the moments when you are, because I don't know if I'm going to get this moment again. And when you start questioning the love this person has for you, So long, London. It's time to actually let you go.
Yes.
Like, and like, how much sad did you think I had in me? Like, love that song.
The fact that it was able to still have that impact with the instrumental staying in the same place, it was this constant rush cut out. Constant rush cut out. And I was like, okay, do I want this to break out into a dance record? Do I want this to like have a drum?
I know.
But I'm actually very pleased with the way that went because it forced you to focus on the lyrics. And I gotta say, this is probably lyrically one of the best so far.
Yes.
The flip of so long, another way of saying bye, but also a measurement of time, so long. Right, I wanted this for so long, I felt this way. Yeah. And I love that she was illustrating the push and pull of a relationship where one is more invested than the other.
Yes.
Right? She was, from the beginning, is telling you, I was holding on with a tight grip.
It's right? That lack of 50-50.
Questioning whether or not that person even wants to be there anymore. CPR to something that is lifeless, right? Because the spirit is gone.
Yeah.
Had a good run, a moment of warm sun where, in a place like London where they really don't see all that much sun, stitches undone, which is another illustration of how many times we tried to put this back together.
Yes.
We're using stitches at this point.
Yes.
And they keep falling apart, so what does that tell you? I think that was a great record.
I do too.
And the pacing of this album so far, I'm like, I heard a lot of divide with this record. I heard a lot of opinions. So I wasn't sure how I was going to feel going into this.
Yeah.
But this feels very different from the others. We're getting elements of Taylor that we've heard before, but this does feel like a very new project.
Yeah.
Very new sounding.
But Daddy, I love him!
I forget how the West was won. I forget if this was ever fun. I just learned these people only raise you to cage you. Clutching their pearls, sighing what a mess. I just learned these people try and save you, cause they hate you. Too high a horse to rise above it.
Get off your high horse.
Yeah.
On my whole world, the one thing I wanted.
Maybe her fame?
Running with my dress unbuttoned, screaming, but Daddy, I love him. No, I'm not coming to my senses. I know he's crazy, but he's the one I want. Dutiful daughter, all my plans were laid. Growing up precocious sometimes means not growing up at all.
Those bedroom eyes. I love that.
Elders had convened, just screeching tires of true love. And I'm running with my dress unbuttoned. I'm having baby. No, I'm not, but you should see your faces. I'm telling it to floor through the fences.
Oh, I like this.
Coming to my senses. I'll tell you something right now. I'd rather burn my heart than listen to one more second of all this bitching and moaning. I'll tell you something about my good day. It's mine alone in this space.
Ooh, I love that.
All these vipers dressed in empires clothing.
Oh, good line.
Say they want what's best for
Oh, we're gonna
me.
get into this one.
Same
I'll do that in the back.
chemistry. And undo the destiny.
Come on. There's a lot of people in town that scandal does funny things to pride, it brings lovers closer. All the wine moms are still holding out, but fuck 'em, Gosh, I know.
it's over. Dancing in my dress in the sun, and even my daddy just loves him. Mom is
I like that
lady. Doesn't it give some
Perspective. That's all what?
He can't come to the wedding. I know he's crazy, but he's the one. You ain't gotta pray for me. Be my wife, I'm on his watcher.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Come on.
No, I'm not.
Come on.
I like that. Wow.
Why could that have ended the album?
Ooh. Interesting. That's not at all what I thought it was gonna sound like.
Me either.
I liked it. And I loved a lot of the religious undertones because, you know, it could be a judgmental experience
sometimes,
especially when it comes to who's in your bed. And I'll say, like, I should have this baby, like, I'm gonna have this baby out of wedlock.
Disowned, never coming back,
shunned,
done.
Abomination.
You're
so,
done, bitch.
I really liked that, and I liked this feeling of I like the switch in the song where it's you're judging me because of where I grew up, how I grew up, and kind of the switch. I also take that with Fame, because with that experience, Fame is very secular, depending on what you're doing with that fame, right?
Yeah.
But then towards the end, how after you've been given some time to see how me and this person are, you see that it's not what you thought it was. Therefore, you want to try and switch the narrative and switch your feelings, but bitch, you're not coming to the wedding. Because I remember how you were when I first got with this person.
And it's not real,
And it's not real. It's just, you were proven wrong over time. But I didn't forget.
I love how this song took something that's rather dramatic, like you said, but Daddy, I love him.
Yeah.
Took something that's rather dramatic and expanded on it. Rebellion, right? There were so many lines in this song that I loved. It was the idea of, I don't care. It's my name to disgrace, right? This is my life. I'm going to do what I want to do with it. And the idea of not caring, so it's too high of a horse for me to sit on. I don't want to sit on a horse that high. I don't want people to have this expectation of me, and I don't want to live up to that standard. Yeah. I'm running with my dress unbuttoned, screaming, Daddy, I love him. I'm having his baby. I'm going to say the most wild thing, and I'm not really having the baby, but you should see your faces because you guys couldn't even fathom the idea of me meaning that. Dutiful daughter, all my plans were laid. There are so many people who live like that, where their lives are laid out for them and planned for them before they even have the chance to walk.
It's
right?
So true.
And growing up in that, never having the chance to really find yourself or find what you want, that's a hard life to live. I feel like it's the most country sounding song.
I was gonna say that.
I love how it kind of took her back to the roots a little bit, so that I appreciated that.
The immediate country vibe and
for sure.
I liked it. I think it's not what I thought it was gonna sound like.
No.
But I'm not disappointed. I think it actually really did fit the meaning of the song.
It did.
And the playfulness was great. But Daddy, I love him.
Oh, speaking of Western.
Now, pretty baby, I'm running back home to you. Fresh out the slammer, I know who my first call will be to. Another summer, taking cover, blowing thunder. He don't understand me. He was with her in my dreams. Gray and blue and fights and tunnels in the shade of how he was feeling. But it's gonna be alright. I did my time. Now, pretty baby, I'm running back home to you.
Oh!
I know who my first call will be too.
One of my favorite choruses.
I like this.
Fresh out the slammer, camera flashes, welcome bashes. As I said in my letters, now that I know better, I will never lose my baby again. Watch me daily disappearing for just one glimpse of his smile. Swirled you into all of my poems.
Something about this that I love.
Baby, I'm running to the house. We still wait up in that porch like leaves.
What?
To the one who says I'm the girl of his American dreams.
Okay.
Ain't no way I'm gonna screw up now that I know what's at stake here.
Like I said, I'm not getting locked up again.
Not
At
again.
the park, wearing imaginary rings. I did my time.
I take that like within like relationships.
Okay.
So like I'm out of this old relationship which felt like prison. I
Yes.
felt locked up and now I'm in this new one. And now that I've experienced that, I'll never let that happen again. I'm not gonna lose something good
Yeah.
and revert to something old
Yeah.
and bad, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I love the chorus.
Oh, love.
Love the chorus. Actually, like you were saying, I think it's one of my favorite choruses. Oddly enough, like the metaphor, there's a metaphor used, but it was simple enough to understand. I think the overall, like the underlying message.
Definitely. No. I also take Fresh Out the Slammer as a prison within yourself.
Oh.
I think that, as her saying, as I said in my letters, it's like I took the time to work on me, to figure out what's going on with me, why I do what I do, why I am the way that I am.
Yeah.
And now I'm ready to return to this relationship and never lose my baby again because of my own actions.
Yeah.
My friends tried, but I wouldn't hear it, watching me daily disappearing for just one glimpse of his smile.
Yeah.
Right? So that, I think, is then what maybe brings in your point about the relationship, like a past relationship maybe.
Yeah, and not doing things like you once did and moving a little bit differently.
Exactly. And then now we're at the starting line, which kind of means we can start over. I did my time, as in I served my time. I also love that this subject is coming after But Daddy I Love Him, because it feels almost like the aftermath.
Yeah.
I ran off with this wild one, and this is where I ended up, in the slammer. And, you know, that just felt like a bit of a Evermore moment where she kind of tells this story and, like, paints this movie almost.
Yeah.
But I liked that one. It was very calm, but I liked that one.
Yeah.
You can beat the heat if you beat the charges too.
Yeah, everybody got charges.
I know.
And my friends all smell like weed or little babies.
Oh, like they had kids.
Little did you know your home's really only a town you're just a guest in. Florida.
Oh.
There's one hell of a drug. The hurricane was my name when it came. You barricaded in the bathroom with a bottle on. Well, me and my ghost, we had a hell of a time. Yes, I'm haunted, but I'm feeling just fine. No one asks any questions.
Nobody don't cry.
All of the bodies that have ever been on my body and in my mind.
Ooh, I love that.
Is that a bad thing to say in a song? Little did you know you're 100 only the time you'll get arrested.
Oh, they sound great together.
Florence voice sounds amazing.
Oh, Florence.
Florida.
Oh, you heard that?
I've got some regrets now, baby, that's in Florida. Let me out, Florida. I need to forget.
Oh, wow. Damn, Florida?
Yes! Okay, I gotta go like. I like the song a lot.
Did you know your home's really only so you work your life away just to pay for a timeshare down in Dustin?
Oh, come on.
I wish this beat was a little stronger.
A little bit, yeah.
You'll get arrested. Florida.
Okay, so Florida is one of my favorites.
I'm sorry. She's eating this. I'm
And-
sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
cause hold on.
I'm a little annoyed.
Like Florence, I'm sorry, but like Taylor, I love you. But Florence
And that machine.
stole the show.
Yeah, Florence definitely
like,
did.
Florence, the
Took that.
runs were absolutely
were beautiful.
insane. Tampa, Florida
Yeah.
was like where the first like Eras tour, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
After the breakup,
That's kind of poetic.
like,
She said, I want that one.
oh man,
And then Swift explaining that Florida is a stereotypical location to which criminals flee to start afresh. She parallels this with the feeling she has whenever she goes to a breakup, wanting to kind of start over. And I love how the title of the song has all those exclamation points.
yeah,
Okay, I'm annoyed because I really, going into this, was not sure.
yeah.
But Taylor's really delivering a solid album that actually is focused. It's a focused album.
yeah, I can say that.
I think we
can
have
say
to give that. It's a focused album.
Yes.
I hear that it's not giving radio hits,
No.
right? But it feels like it's very focused on the poetic aspect of it, because all of the songs we've listened to are actually very well thought out. They are,
Very.
and they are deep.
Yeah.
But we've had this criticism before for Taylor, where it's like sometimes she'll get so personal that it's not relatable. But on this
On
album,
an
there's
album
a
like this,
really good balance here.
Yeah, it could work for an album
It
like
does.
this because of the title and the meaning.
And the poetry of it all. That's a great song.
Definitely, I think in my top.
I think same. I can't name another song that sounds like Florida by Taylor Swift.
No.
All of these songs
I
sound
like the
very
versatility
original.
with that
Not
one.
original, because she's original. But
Yeah.
they just, versatile, I guess.
Yeah, with
she
that
sounds like
song
she's
in particular,
experimenting more. And a little more stripped back with these drums.
Drowning in the blue Nile, he sent me downtown light. This cage was once just fine. Dream of cracking rocks, throwing my life to the wolves or the ocean rocks.
Love that.
Am I bad or mad or wise? What if he's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind? I'm slipping, falling back into
like that.
the edge maze. Messy top lip kiss, how I long for our tryst. How can I be guilty as sin? In lowercase inside a vault, someone told me there's no such thing as bad thoughts. Only your actions talk.
Well, that's a line.
We've already done it in my head. It's incomplete. Why does it feel like a vow? Oh, what a way to die. I screamed his name, building up like waves crashing over my grave. What if I roll the stone away? They're gonna crucify me anyway.
I like that reference.
What if the
Guilty as
way you
sin,
hold
crucified.
me is actually what's holding
And holy, okay.
religiously?
Okay, is this going back to But Daddy, I Love Him?
What if he's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind?
That was gorgeous. All of that just happened.
Without ever touching his skin, how can I be guilty as sin? Am I allowed to cry?
Wow. I like that because I take that more so as your thoughts.
Yes.
And your thoughts are naughty. Because how can I be guilty of sin if I've never touched his skin? But it's the thoughts that I have, the lust, the fantasizing. Again, I think like the way she was also raised, maybe is like obviously you're not supposed to lust after people, right? You're not supposed to have those unholy thoughts, and so having those, it's like I've never done it. But somehow I feel guilty. I feel dirty.
Like I said, this definitely gave me debut album. This is definitely early Taylor, I feel like.
Yeah.
But the topic is a little more mature, a little more grown. And I love what that topic adds to this album. Because that's a tortured thought. Something, being stuck with a fantasy. This song itself felt like poetry. Because you had to really listen to understand what she was saying. I don't know if it's a song that I will go back to a whole lot, to be honest with you. I don't think I will.
Okay.
It's definitely not one of my favorites off of the album. Nothing wrong with it. Just like, I don't know. I just feel like, okay. Like it was cute. But I can appreciate what it adds to the album for sure. Throwback to But Daddy, I Love Him, and even Florida. Like I think it kind of all is in that same thread of doing something, thinking of things that are outside of the way I was raised, or outside of who I usually am.
Yeah.
The who's who of who's that is poised for the attack. You don't get to tell me about sad. If you wanted me dead, you should have just said. So I leap from the gallows and I levitate down your street. Crash the party like a record scratch as I scream. Who's afraid of little old me?
Oh.
You should be.
You should.
Oh, you should be. You should. I like that.
Scandal was contained. At all costs, keep your good name.
I like this part.
Is it a wonder I cried. So I leaped from the gallows. I was tame, I was gentle, till the circus life made me mean. Don't you worry, folks, we took out all her teeth. Who's afraid?
What I like?
Not alike.
I like this one a lot, actually.
So tell me everything is not about me, but what if it is? Then say they didn't do it to hurt me, but what if they did?
Okay.
You wouldn't last an hour in the asylum where they raised me. I'm always drunk on my own tears. Isn't that what they all say? That I'll sue you if you step on my lawn.
Okay.
And I'm wrong.
Alright.
Put narcotics into all of my songs. You still singing?
She said, I'm gonna sing this note.
I was tame, I was gentle, till the circus life made me mean. Don't you worry, folks, we took out all her teeth.
I like that line a
Took
lot.
away all her defenses.
You hurt me,
I didn't hear that.
you taught me. You caged me crazy. I am what
Oh!
Love that, love that.
was afraid of little old me. Who's afraid of little old me?
Sounds like walking in like a hallway or something.
Yeah, or a record.
I actually love that one.
Me too.
I love the idea that like I am what I am because you raised me.
Yeah.
So you taught me and you kind of forced me to put up these defenses and maybe kind of put on this persona or have to show my teeth or show my claws. And then when I do that, you like to play victim
Yep.
and act like, oh my God.
Yep.
You know, and it's like, well, who's afraid of little old... Like, you would think,
Right.
like, well, who's afraid of little old me? And then it's
Yeah.
like, hold on.
You should be though.
Well, actually, you should be. Because you can only push, you know, and poke the bear, but so much. Eventually, they're gonna attack.
Yeah,
And
they're gonna
I feel like Taylor has had let a lot of shit slide. In the media and just with people in general and kind of tarnishing her name. So at some point, I have to unfortunately show you that other side of me. And not everybody's gonna get it.
No.
The wrath is meant for who the wrath is meant for.
I agree with you. I feel like on this song, I love how she's dealing with public perception, but also speaking directly to the public as, y'all made me this way. Very strong, I think, is the message here.
Yeah.
Very, very strong. So I do love that she kind of spoke directly at the naysayers.
Yes.
And, you know, again, being very real and saying, I was tame, I was gentle till the circus life made me mean. This industry, right? Publicly, we've taken away all of her teeth, all of her defenses, right? And tore her down to nothing. So don't worry about her. You know what I mean? And so I love how she kind of brings that back. And even in the bridge, so tell me everything is not about me. But what if it is, though? What if it
They
is?
said they didn't do it to hurt me, but what if they did?
What if they did?
What if they
Right?
did?
It's like we all, you know, as a public, we only know so much.
Yeah.
So her saying you wouldn't last an hour in the asylum where they raised me, it's like, stop talking.
Love that line.
Stop talking.
Yeah, until you take a walk on my shoes, you don't know.
And then that line, that I'll sue you if you step on my lawn. Rumors of there being some suing going on, right? And the lawn maybe being her style, what she's created.
Exactly.
Dare you step into my lawn, I'ma sue you.
I'll sue you.
And also the reference to keeping her good name, keeping her good image. Back again to Daddy, I love him. So,
Yeah.
again, these callbacks are really nice.
I like this title too.
The smoke cloud billows out his mouth. We're revolting and far too loud. They shake their heads saying, God help her, when I tell them he's my man. And only I can. The dopamine races through his brain on a 6-lane Texas highway. And I could see it from a mile away. The perfect case for my certain skill set.
Ooh, I like this. But,
He had a halo of the highest grade. But your good Lord doesn't be an angel all night. Trust me, I can handle me a dangerous man. They shook their heads saying God
Shook, so past tense.
Yeah.
told him he's my man.
Come on.
Love that.
Whoa, maybe I can't.
Oh.
Oh.
Didn't expect it to end like
Because
that.
it was, I'm gonna add a like because I actually like that song. Damn, the short was always a good one. They shook their heads when I told him he's my man, so obviously it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So to end with, whoa, maybe I can't. Maybe this one is a little bit too much for me.
Right.
And to me, that kind of goes back to like, But Daddy, I Love Him.
Definitely.
That was good. And lyrically, actually, I think that one is one of my favorites. I like his hand so callous from his pistol softly traces hearts on my face.
Agreed.
I like the way that was painted.
It left a lot of room for poetry, though. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
real quick, because kinds of poetry, right? I feel like we've gotten a little bit of everything. Like, I feel like we've kind of gotten a good variety of kinds of poetry. Because, like,
Yeah.
with this one, how slowed down it was, it allowed for her to be vivid, highlighting all of the senses
Yeah.
when going through something. So, yeah, this one was interesting. I don't know that I'll be back to this one all that much. It actually felt longer than 2 minutes for me for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's weird because I actually
I don't know,
really
yeah.
liked. No, actually, this
Like, it was a good
this
one,
was
but I
one
don't
of
know.
my favorites. That's weird.
Are we gonna get a ballad?
Who's gonna stop us from waltzing back into rekindled flames? If we know the steps anyway, I said I don't mind. It takes time. I thought I was better safe than starry-eyed. If you know it in one glimpse, it's legendary. You and I go from one kiss to getting married, never quite married. And you suit and tie in the nick of time. Holy Ghost, you told me I'm the love of your life. Who's gonna tell me the truth when you blew in with the winds of fate? Well, you took me to hell too, and all at once the ink bleeds. A con man sells a fool a get love quick scheme. Never before and ever since.
Love that
If you
switch up.
know it, what we thought was for all time was momentary.
Oh,
Still alive
switch the chorus.
time at the cemetery. Never quite buried.
This is a switch in the chorus, right? It is.
Then make her cry. He said, I'm the love of your life.
Turning more heartbreaking.
You shit talked me under the table, talking rings and talking cradles. I wish I could unrecall. Are they secondhand embarrassed that I can't get out of bed? Is something counterfeit's dead?
Oh, wow.
It was unnecessary, should've let it stay buried. Oh, what a
Wow.
valiant roar. I'm combing through the braids of lies. I'll never leave, never mind. Your arson's match, your somber eyes. You're the loss of my life.
The loss of my life.
Wow.
That was our first ballad.
Wow.
I can say that. It felt like it took a surprising turn, like into loss. At first, it was really, really sweet.
Yeah.
Right, kind of like narrating from the past, and then the song kind of moves us to the present. And
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I wish I could unrecall how we almost had it all, because if you were to go all the way back to even Fortnight, the first song on the album,
Yeah.
it's kind of based off of all of that.
Yeah.
Right? I'm still stuck in those moments we had that didn't last forever.
Yeah.
And for the song to be called Love of My Life, but also Loss of My Life, I just caught that.
Yeah.
Wow. You could call it either
Yeah, I know,
one.
either one.
That is nice. Left up to interpretation.
Appreciate
And the reveal of that at the end, that was good. I need to listen to that one again. I wasn't even like catching that.
These are one of the Taylor Swift songs where it's very personal, but I relate to it a lot.
Yeah.
And watching something just kind of
deteriorate.
Yeah, fall apart. It's like I already stated, it's so sad to see that.
Yeah.
And you try to recall like how it happened, but sometimes you just can't. Sometimes that sucks, and sometimes it's needed to know why, and other times it's not. And it's okay after you grieve to sometimes not get that kind of closure, but more so just be content with the fact that it happened. It's sometimes all the closure that you really need.
Yeah.
I can read your mind.
Where's this ambiance in the back?
I know.
There in her glittering prime, the lights refract sequin stars off her silhouette every night. 'Cause I'm a real tough kid, I can handle my shit. And I did camera bitch smile. Even breaking down, I hit the floor. All the pieces of me shattered as the crowd was chanting more. I was grinning like I'm winning, I was hitting my marks. 'Cause I can do it with a broken heart.
Yes. Yes. Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Let's sit down. There's something about that one.
Yeah.
There's something when that one comes back.
Let's roll back up a little bit
because I'm finally getting my dance track.
That dance track.
I'm finally getting.
Yes.
And this is what happens when you're patient.
I'm so depressed, I act like it's my birthday.
Hey.
I cry a lot, but I am so productive. It's an art.
I'm gonna add like two.
Oh, absolutely.
Broken heart.
Me.
I can hold my breath.
Well, I need to know what this ambiance is.
Wow.
I've been doing it since he left.
Wow.
Crucial evidence I didn't imagine the whole thing. I'm sure I can pass this test. They said, babe, you gotta fake it till you make it, and I did. Lights, camera, bitch, smile. It's but that time was quite short. Breaking down, I hit the floor. All the pieces of me shattered as the crowd was chanting more.
Yes, mommy. I love dance music.
I'm so obsessed with him, but he avoids me. Like a play, it's an art. You know you're good when you can even do it with a broken heart.
Ooh.
It's not miserable. And nobody knows.
What? She said, "Oh, it's so easy, bitch, do it."
You know what? That might be up there with my boy only brings his favorite toys. And I love the Taylor that's, the slow and that's the poetry and all that. That's the poet's department.
With a typewriter.
I love the folks with Evermore. I love it. But there's just something about Pop Taylor that's going to always get me out of my seat. It's why I loved Midnight so much. It's just a field that she was able to dominate. That's one of the best songs on the album.
Oh, yeah.
And it sucks, but it works that it's towards the end of it.
Toward the end, yeah.
But I think I Can Do It With a Broken Heart is definitely one of the standouts of the album. And I love the chorus. I love the chorus.
I agree. I think it definitely adds to the variety as well on the album. And it definitely is a component I think that was sort of missing.
Yeah.
You didn't necessarily miss it, right? But
until you realize that
it's
it
a
was
surprise.
missing.
Yes, that it comes in, it's a surprise. And I like how it's kind of documenting the touring experience. And that must be the ambiance that we hear in the back. The 1, 2, 3, go is never giving you a chance to stop.
Yeah.
It's so constant. So I like how that was added in.
You don't have a chance to really process.
It's like so quick paced. Like, we love the typewriter, but sometimes we just love the Notes app. It gives you pop greatness like this.
Yes.
And I don't know if this will be a single. Obviously, it's the second highest streamed. I don't know if it'll blow up.
I think she's performing it now at the Eras Tour.
Okay.
I like that song a lot.
Because it didn't feel like a single. It felt like a deep cut to me.
That is eventually going
That could gain traction.
That could gain traction, yeah.
Pop Taylor.
Was any of it true? Gazing at me starry-eyed. Who the fuck don't even want you back, I just want to know. A message to the smallest man who ever lived.
Those are gasps.
You hung me on your wall, stabbed me with your push pins.
I like these verses.
In public showed me off, 'cause once your queen had come in any measure of a man.
Oh wow. I like that.
If rusting my sparkling summer was the goal, and I don't miss what we had, but could someone give? Were you sent by someone?
Yes.
Who wanted me dead? Did you sleep with a gun underneath our bed? Were you
Under strength.
in a book? Will you be declassified? And you'll confess why you did. And I'll say good riddance.
Love that.
Died for your sins. Instead I just died inside. And you deserve prison, but you won't get time. Your normal girls were boring, but you were gone by the morning. You kicked out the stage lights, but you're still performing. And in plain sight you hid, but you are what you did.
Are what you did.
And
Wow.
I'll forget you, but I'll never forgive the smallest man who ever lived.
Wow.
Let's put a like on that one.
Let's go ahead and put the like on that. Because that was actually,
Whoa.
that was good. That was
The
good.
smallest man who ever lived.
And I take that as maybe hype.
Could be.
But
Short kings.
also, when someone starts off so high
Yes.
and they are knocked off that pedestal,
Mhm.
you are the smallest thing to, like, you are so, oh my god, like,
Yeah.
it's almost like saying the dirt beneath my feet. Like,
Yeah.
you are so minuscule. It's almost like looking back and being like, I can't believe
Yeah.
that I felt all these things for you at one point.
Yeah.
Now, you are the smallest thing to me in this world. Like,
Right.
you mean nothing,
Yeah. Like she said, you didn't measure up.
but you are what you did.
Yeah. And that's where I think it begins and ends. That bridge, I felt as though she flipped perspectives and was singing about her experience, but talking about it as though it should have or was his. Does that make sense? Like saying
Okay.
the things that she went through, he should have. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I see what you
Like
mean.
speaking from her own experience, like were you a sleeper cell? Right?
Right.
Were you in a prison? No, it was me, and it should have been you. But also looking at it like, damn, you fucked me up so bad. Like it had to be calculated. Like is it gonna come out that this was calculated, that you just had to have this happen, and the idea that it wasn't sexy once it wasn't forbidden. So again, going back up, my boy only breaks his favorite toys.
Yeah.
Right? Once it wasn't forbidden anymore, once you couldn't have your fun, once it got a little too real.
It wasn't, yes.
You were out of here.
It's
I
not a
would have
jump
died
ship.
for your sins. Maybe guilty as sin. Or
True.
instead I just died inside. You deserve prison. So again, what song was that? Fresh Out the Slammer.
But you won't
Like
get your
we're
time.
kind
I
of
did.
You know,
I
I
did.
did. Exactly. So
I
do you see what I'm
suffered
saying about the
instead.
flip now?
Yeah.
That's like the
Yeah.
things that I went through you should have. But
Yeah.
you put me through that.
This happens once every few lifetimes.
I'm sure, girl.
What if I told you I'm back? The hospital was a drag, worst sleep that I ever had. I circled you on a map, but I'm coming back so strong. So when I touched down, call the amateurs and cut them from the team. Said it's still reserved for me. Honestly, who are we to fight the alchemy? Hey you, what if I told you we're cool? That child's play back in school.
Okay, Miss Rapper.
But I'm making a comeback to where I belong. So when I ditch the clowns, get the crown, baby, I'm the one to be. These thugs swarm the benches, we've been on a winning streak. He jokes that it's heroin, but this time with an E. Who are we to fight the alchemy?
I like this
Shirts
one.
off and your friends lift you up over their heads. There was no chance trying to be the greatest in the league. Where's the trophy? He just comes running over to me.
Yes! Travis.
Yeah.
Touchdown. Wait, this made me love that even more.
This happens once every few lifetimes.
Ooh.
Wow, I like the.
Why could that be one of my favorites? Alchemy is a term coined in the old days before chemists, but back then the aim was to produce gold from other elements by mixing certain chemicals. So it's like all of these elements came together to create us in a way, and we could never have predicted how it would have formed, I guess.
Yeah, like what's meant to happen will happen.
Will happen.
Because it's meant to happen.
Yeah.
I like that
I like
one.
this,
And
yeah.
I
This is
like
nice.
how it's kind of having a little bit of a tick up towards the end of the album.
Yeah.
I'm really appreciating
I was scared that one was gonna be like a little redundant and slow.
Yeah, but
when
no.
it picked up, I was like, ooh, hold
No,
on.
it's actually done very well.
This was actually a very good song, and I like how it's a bit of a tribute to what's
Going on right now. Yeah.
That's nice.
Interesting.
Curious.
You look like Clara Bow in this light. Did you know you'd be picked like a rose? I'm not trying to exaggerate, but I think I might die if it happened. No one in my small town thought I'd see the lights of Manhattan. This town is fake, but you're the real thing. Promise to be dazzling. You look like Stevie Nicks and 7 hair and
I'm
lips.
hearing it.
Crowd goes
build up?
wild
Yes.
at her fingertips. If I made it, no one in my small town who smoke rings take the glory, give everything, flesh and blood amongst war machines. You're the new God we're worshipping. Beauty is a beast that roars down on all fours. Only when your girlish glow flickers just so do they let you know it's hell on earth. Don't come gently. You look like Taylor Swift in this light. You
Oh, I like
got
this.
Yeah.
edge. She never did the few. Dazzling.
What a way to end it so positively.
But like, okay, I love the fact that the album ends with her again reflecting on her career.
Yeah.
Once again, dealing with public perception of herself, speaking from the perspective she had before she came into the industry,
Yeah.
and then ending the song with the perspective others will have
Have.
coming into the industry. The same way that in the beginning she used Clara Bow,
Yeah.
then Stevie Nicks, and in the end used her own name to say she will one day be used in that same way as an
Yeah.
example, or someone that people will strive to be like.
Yeah.
It's so full circle.
Yeah.
I love
Right.
that. That was like the perfect way
to end this
to
album.
end this, because Taylor has had such a monumental career.
Yeah.
Right? And even just doing this, the Tortured Poets Department, dropping 2 albums like that
Yeah.
is so monumental.
Yeah.
That like it feels only right to end it with that. Only when your girlish glow flickers just so. When it starts to go out a little bit,
Yeah.
where you turn into a woman, right?
Yes.
Some might say you become less desirable,
Yes.
right? Some might say it's about the pressures of being a woman and have to constantly be desirable,
Yeah.
right? It's hell on earth to be heavenly. I think the bridge is my favorite part. It's hell on earth to be heavenly because no one's perfect, but
Yeah.
in this light you have to be. This town is fake, but you're the real thing. So it's almost like hold on to who you are, and try to keep that part of you.
Yeah,
I love when
it.
artists do that.
I loved it.
That was good. And even the pacing of the song wasn't too slow. It had enough of a build.
Nope, it was good. It just allows you to kind of just soak it in and then know like, this is what's concluding the album. So that was good. I mean,
great. Ooh, I don't feel so tortured, but I'm a little tortured.
Maybe it's torture that it's over.
I feel
until you get to the other 15 songs. Let's talk about the Tortured Poets Department.
The Tortured Poets Department. We have finally given this a listen, and I have to say I am pleasantly surprised. I've been saying throughout this experience that I didn't know what to expect. I'd heard so many different mixed emotions about it that I was almost scared to listen. Right? I was just curious. I was a little skeptical, but I feel like Taylor has delivered a project that is actually leans more toward unexpected than redundant. And I have to hand her, because on your 11th studio album, this back-to-back this close, for you to deliver something that is still new in some ways, and you still found new topics to touch on, I have to commend her. I think that this was actually a great album. Yeah. But I think it's a more personal one, similar to like Folklore, maybe. Yes. That focuses a lot more on the songwriting. Yep. But I think even on this album, the songwriting was different. Again, sometimes with Taylor's writing style, it can be so specific that it's not relatable. I do think she balanced it well here. I agree. There were some moments where I was like, okay, it's a little like corny. Like she had to explain to us that he took the ring from the middle finger and placed it on the finger where wedding rings go. And I just felt like, thank you so much, Taylor, for that. I really needed to hear that. But outside of that, she was still be able to create these new melodies. Right? She was still able to create earworms. Like, I didn't think my top 5 was going to be hard, but it actually kind of is. Yeah, I was trying to sit here and concoct my little top 5. This album had strong moments, and when the strong moments happened, it was enough to carry all of the album. Yes. Does that make sense? That makes sense. Not saying that there were a lot of weak points, but just saying those strong moments really did shine throughout the album. I do think the pacing was very, very good. Agreed. I will give her that, because if this track list was done any other way, it could have been a drag. I like the versatility of Florida. I love the pop of I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. The metaphor and the meaning from My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys. The tumultuous relationship that she had with her upbringing and the career that she decided to go for. Because again, if you grow up very religious or, you know, very, could be sheltered or just whatever the case may be, when you decide to pursue fame, it really does, it can cause a divide in how you feel morally and, you know, all of that stuff. So I feel like touching on things like that and then to end it with Clara Bow, it just, that really didn't work. Also, Love of My Life, Lost of My Life, I have to say, I think that is my favorite switch on a topic. That was really nice. On this album. You know, she's been through a lot of heartbreak, but it really is inspiring to see how she bounces back. Again, she's in a job where, it reminds me of like Katy Perry with like Part of Me. Oh yeah. You get broken up over text, you just break up, and in the next hour I have to get on stage and perform for thousands of people. Like what? And they cannot know. They can't know. They cannot see that heartbreak on my face. So it must be hard to get on stage and sing about heartbreak when you're living it in real time. Yeah. This album feels like its own secluded thing. You listen to it and you're catapulted into like an experience where it's very smooth, but it's all taking place in like the same room. If that makes sense. Yes. This felt like a diary. It felt like a journal, all documented in a way at the same time. Yeah. Where it really just had that typewriter and was just going. I think the one critique I will have for the album itself is the only thing that was a little like, okay, she had pretty much the same vocal for every song. Yes, that's the only thing that made me feel a little like, okay, you have to put yourself in that frame of mind to listen to this, because it can put you in a bit of a state where it's like, okay, it's dragging a little bit, just because her voice did sound the same on each one. That caught that. There wasn't the same layering. There wasn't a lot of push or versatility in her voice. But that's why I say the focus was more on the songwriting and like just getting it out. But then it makes me mad because Who's Afraid of Little Old Me
those background vocals, if those were only pushed to the front, it would create a very different an atmosphere. So I do have to agree that, but probably my only critique.
It was almost flat. Like it was almost, not that her vocals were flat, but the feel was very.
There's no push.
It was the same pace. It was very steady the entire way. To where if you were listening to the vocals, it didn't give much variety. Yeah. You could think it was the same song, but listening intently, like again, I want to say this was still a really good album actually. Yeah. And I think I will take quite a few with me.
So too. So with that being said, what is your top 5?
You know it's a good album when that's hard. I think I'm gonna go My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys.
Okay.
Florida.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm definitely going the Tortured Poets Department.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to go I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
Well, yes.
And this is where it gets tough.
I know.
Because there's a lot of options here right now. Ah, damn.
But Daddy, I love him.
But Daddy, I love him. But So Long London was so good.
I know.
Who's Afraid of Little Old Me was so good.
I know.
The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, The Alchemy, and Clara Bow were all so good.
Yeah, it was good. But that's a solid top. I see Down Bad didn't make it.
She was down bad.
Yeah, she was down bad. I have to say, My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys. I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. Florida. So Long London. And Who's Afraid of Little Old Me.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I could do a full top 5. Maybe a top 8.
I know.
Because then I could really, like,
kind of.
Because then Fortnight is still a great song.
And for me, I liked I Can Fix It No Other We Can. Yeah,
I like that you like that.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, no, that just goes to show that Taylor has once again created a body of work with something for everyone. So, of course, we'd love to know you guys' thoughts. What is your top 5? Give me a bonus top 8. So give me your 5 and then 3 more, because I know that's kind of tough.
Like the what do you call those? Like
honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions.
Yeah, give us those. We'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments. Let's spark conversation. What are you guys thinking of the album? Which one's your favorite? Right?
If you enjoyed our reaction, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications. That way you're notified every time we upload. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, Swifties.